Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video is being seen and shared. It's Sleet once again, pardon me, coming to you with another watch unboxing and review of another watch that was loaned into me by Random Rob himself. Random Rob got a hold of this watch. I don't know exactly how. I never asked these questions. It's none of my business. I know that he gets them in legitimately. He doesn't exactly go around with sticky fingers. I mean, come on, guys. But I saw this watch on his channel, and when I open the box, you'll see why. I said, you got to let me have that watch. I absolutely need to have that watch. So he said, okay. He did a quick review of it on his channel, and then he sent it out to me. And I was very excited to get the watch, and it's from a company called Lew and Huey, L-E-W, Lew and Huey, like the helicopter. And I guess one of their company's slogans is every dog will have his day. Anyway. And the company logo is a dog. So there you go. I think this outer sleeve has seen better days. I think it's probably been around quite a bit. So I'm sure if it comes to you as a new watch or whatever, it'll probably be in better shape. This is a nice leatherette style travel case style watch case. It just slides open, and when you slide it open, you see a couple of things real quick. See, there's nothing else in there. First of all is the watch, which we'll get to in a minute. And, of course, they also give you a strap to go to accompany the bracelet. It's a nice strap, black, or actually dark blue, really. With orange stitching, a little orange sandwich between the two outer layers, big holes cut in it for wrist breathing. It's a nice strap, yada yada. Nothing exciting. But this is the watch. And you can see right away, if you've seen any of my videos before, or if you've seen the logo, my avatar logo or anything, you know I am a massive, long-time Florida Gator fan. Florida Gators are my alma mater at my university that I went to, and their school colors are orange and blue. And you know I have multiple orange and blue watches in my personal collection. And when I saw this on the Random Rob channel, I said, I just got to have that watch. And it's really a nice watch. I mean, it is a tank. I mean, this thing is solid. You wear this watch, you know you're wearing a watch. And it really is just a beauty of a watch. Little signed crown there. Has the nice artwork on the back. I'm not sure if you call that engraving or whatever, but it feels engraved, but probably just etched. Love the sunburst dial. You can see it just sunburst. The way the light plays with it, just bursting out like that. It really is nice. Good bezel action, nice and solid and tight. Vocal without sounding cheap. And lines up just beautifully. No movement once it's locked in. None. No movement at all. You can see the date in the contrasting white from the blue background, of course. At the 3 o'clock, looks really nice. Movement is hackable, as you can see. There you go. That was my one objection. I think something is wrong. I think this is a sample watch. I think it's been around the block multiple times. I think the crown or the keyless works inside are beginning to have some problems. Because of the type of movement it is, that's probably easily fixed. But by the time it's gotten me, when you pull this thing out like this, it pulls out easy enough. But when you push it in, you can see it's spongy, and it really doesn't want to go back in unless you really, snap it. And it screws back down very nicely. So, except for the pushback on the crown, which is a problem, and if it were my watch, I would definitely get it addressed. The watch is in excellent shape for being a sort of a tour watch. Nice bracelet. You can see it hangs down, it just drops away from the case very nicely. Very easy watch to fit to your wrist, unlike a watch I recently reviewed with a butterfly clasp, which was not easy to fit. This watch has multiple divots for adjusting the anchor point, so that is very helpful. No dive extension, unfortunately, but that's not a big deal. Nobody dives with watches anymore anyway, so whatever. But the micro adjust on this bracelet is a nice thing to have compared to a couple of other watches I reviewed recently with butterfly clasps that have no micro adjust. Very easy to read bezel insert. The only thing that let that down was you don't have a 5, 10, 15 indicator. You just a slightly bigger mark on the bezel at the 5, 10, and 15 points. Then you have numbers from 20 on up. I think that's a mistake. I wouldn't have designed it that way, but it is a rather thin bezel, so I guess I understand what they were doing in a way, but that is sort of a letdown. If I were taking this thing scuba diving, I would think twice about it with respect to that lack of a 5, 10, and 15 at those indicators. But that's me, I mean, and of course, I don't scuba dive. And I don't think anyone ever scuba dives with a dive watch anymore. They all have dive computers. And if they do have a watch on, it's a backup at best. So it's a nitpick. I'm nitpicking at that point. We'll put this on real quick. Close her up. When I got the watch from Random Rob, I didn't have to do anything to it because his wrist and mine are about the same size. So I didn't play with the micro adjuster or take any links off or put any on. It just fits right out of the box, and you can see it fits beautifully on my 7¼ inch wrist. I would still have plenty of room on the overhang, which there is almost none. It's very squat, it's very square, and it just fits beautifully. It really does. And I love the way the dial plays with the light. It really is a nice orange and blue color combination. I'm a sucker for orange and blue watches. I mean, I have 3 of them already. I really need to do a state of the collection, don't I? So the colorway is obviously, a big hit with me right out of the box. But the way the watch fits, the way the watch works, really sends it. It really is a good watch. Definitely something to consider. Anyway, we'll consult with my sheet of facts here so that we can learn what this is together. It is a Lew, L-E-W, Lew and Huey Orthos. That is the, you can see that right there, Orthos. Part number is WW-OR-BO, or it could be B0. OR could be orange, BO could be, well, it couldn't be blue because that would be BU or BL, but whatever. You know, if you ever try to figure out why manufacturers make the part numbers they make up, they probably mean something inside their buildings, but outside the buildings, it's an alphabet soup. It means nothing. Seiko NH35 movement, so tank tough, easy to service, automatic and manual wind, hacks, does all the things that we expect out of automatic watches nowadays. So solid movement that everyone and their mother is familiar with, and everyone and their grandmother's grandmother can work on. So servicing the watch, if it ever needs it, is probably not going to be an issue. It is a perfectly sized, for me, 42 millimeter diameter case. It is 13 millimeter thick, 22 millimeter lug, and I did not measure the tip to tip. I don't know why I did that or didn't do that. It's short. Let's go with short. 300-meter water resistance, so a true diver. 316L stainless steel case. 316L stainless steel bezel. It has an H pattern, H style link. It is secured with screws, which I like. Applause on the screws, definitely. And there are extra links. They're over on the counter over there. I don't show them on camera. So there were a lot of extra links in that little baggie. That's for darn sure. And it uses a sapphire crystal. It appears to be flat. I will call that a flat sapphire crystal. AR coating, of course. And a little lume pip at the 12 o'clock. I could not find anywhere what the material of this bezel is. It looks ceramic to me, but I'm probably wrong. Now, the thing about this watch is I found links all over the place on where this watch was from. I found a Kickstarter link, which was multiple years old. I'll probably leave a link in the description for that anyway. I could not find a link for Lew and Huey watches, and the one link that I did find redirects to NTH. So somehow along the way, this watch and its watch maker are now owned by or associated with NTH. But I couldn't really find too much more about that. So I guess at some point NTH acquired Lew and Huey. I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong about that, somebody please correct me down in the comments section. I'll be happy to pin that comment or add the verbiage, appropriate verbiage to the description. But as of now, I can't find anything about Lew and Huey being a still standalone watch company. But that doesn't matter. Really nice watch. Love the colorway. Have I mentioned that before? I'll give you a good shot of the case bottom. Nice artwork on the case. And of course, all the descriptive verbiage on there that you would need. And it looks like solid end links too. Yep, they're solid. Fit the case very nicely. I think the bracelet is good enough that I don't think, certainly I wouldn't want to switch it out for anything else. I think I wore this for a couple of days straight. It's very comfortable. There's plenty of gap between the link pieces for air to circulate, so you're not going to get a lot of wrist heat out of it. It's very comfortable to wear. It's very flexible, and it drops. It folds flat, for God's sake. So this thing is going to conform to your wrist beautifully, and it's going to move with you, and it's not going to fight you. And the clasp is small enough and thin enough that it's not obtrusive on the backside of your wrist. It will, however, pick up desktop diver scratches over time. Oh yeah, and it's signed as well, which is nice. And it's solid, so it's not gonna. I mean, this is not going anywhere. With the double lock, even if this pops, this isn't. Even if you press one button in, you press that button in, it isn't moving. You need both buttons, so it's a solid, milled, good quality clasp. So it's not Lew and Huey didn't short you on build quality with this watch, and they sure as hell didn't short you on looks. So I'm going to color myself very happy with this watch, and going to be very sorry to see it go back to where it came from when I'm done with it. I'm not done with it yet, but eventually I'll have to send it away. So on that note, I'm going to wrap the video with my usual spiel about if you'd like the video, please give it a thumbs up. The thumbs up, the like button, whatever you want to call it, helps. The more likes I get, the more YouTube will point searches at my channel in addition to other channels, and hopefully bring new people into the channel. Comments, questions, suggestions, corrections if I make mistakes. Down below, I read them all, I respond to them all. However, if you are going to be a jerk, you are going to troll me, or you're otherwise going to be nasty, I'll just delete the comment and I'll block you. And if you're new to the channel, some of you are. I am getting new subscribers all the time. Of course, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please click the subscribe button. And when you do, click the bell icon next to it so that when I upload new content, you are alerted to that content and you can come over and be further entertained by me. And hopefully, in addition to entertainment, I'm informing you and helping you on your next watch purchase. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Stay safe, stay well, stay happy. See you soon.